doll room. Let's all go. The house is done. On to the next chapter of Pretty Nostalgic. The house is ours. We bought a house. We did it. We just got the phone call from the real estate and from our lawyer, and we can go and pick up the keys. These boys to their new home. Welcome to our new house. We have moved in. Moving day was exhausting. It wiped us out. It was really hot and we've got a lot of stairs at the new house, so I actually didn't film much. I didn't film anything. I'm sorry. I didn't film anything. I am a terrible vlogger, but anyway. We're in the new house now. We've got all our stuff in here. A lot of stuff sitting in the garage. I'm going to show you the doll room. I'm going to work on creating the space of my dreams. Let's go have a look at the doll room. This is what will become the new doll room. As you can see, the light in here is really bad for filming. I'm not sure what I'm going to be able to do to improve that, but yeah, there's no real good light. I've actually got like a pergola that is over where the windows are, so not a lot of good natural light coming in. The space that I'm working with is a lot smaller than what I had before. This room is 4.1 by 3 meters and it doesn't have a built-in wardrobe yet, which is where I normally store all of my crafting stuff and doll clothes and things. So a few of the changes that I'm planning to make to the room are: 1, put in a built-in wardrobe so that I've got more storage. 2, I'm going to paint this wall. So the wall is sort of a gross yellow. It almost looks like someone's been smoking in here. It's nicotine yellow, not great. I want to paint it pink so that I've got a background for taking the doll photos. The other thing that I want to do is get rid of the carpet. So the carpet is really thick and dense. It's purple and it just makes the room feel really small. I'm also worried that I will trash the carpet because I spill things like paint and glue and that kind of stuff. So getting rid of that carpet is another priority. I'm thinking of putting in floating floorboards. The other thing that I would really like to do is put some shelves on the wall. Because I've been renting for my entire life, I've never been allowed to put shelves on the wall, and now I can. I don't know exactly which shelves to get. The ones that I was looking at, I think they're a little bit too narrow. They're only 6.5 centimeters. And I'm thinking that I want to put all the boxed dolls along the wall. So I really need to go and measure some of those boxes and find out exactly what I'm working with.
I popped into Bunnings to look for pink paint and I chose one called Fizzy Pink from the British paint line. We didn't have the supplies we needed, so we grabbed a couple of things like brushes and rollers and then headed over to the flooring section. The flooring section didn't really have any of the stuff that I was interested in stock, so I think I'm going to have to get the flooring from somewhere else. I do think when I'm ready that I'll be able to buy the shelves I need from Bunnings unless anyone can suggest a better place to get them from.
I don't know if there's any particular way to remove this, but I'm just going to pull it out and then remove the staples later. I'm concerned that I've just ruined the house by doing this. The floor's not incredibly even, unfortunately. There's quite a few spots where it sort of dips down. Hi. Hello again. I've had to resort to filming in the kitchen because this is the only place that has any light right now. I want to talk a little bit about my plans in general for the year, talk about some of my intentions. I've got a few new things on the go that I will be getting started very soon. I'd love to share that with you all. The first one that I want to mention is that I'm starting a podcast called Curating Collectors. I've been working on this podcast for about 2 years now. I've had the branding done, I've got everything sitting there waiting to go. I've just had quite a few health problems and moving house, buying houses, all kinds of things going on that have meant I wouldn't be able to give it the attention that I think it needs. So this year I'm prepped. I've almost finished making the little intro music and I hope to be lining up some of the first interviews very soon. My podcast is about people that collect stuff. I want to know why we're doing this. I'm trying to delve in and find out more about people that collect stuff and not just about the collections. There's a lot of podcasts out there where you can go and listen to people talk about their favorite items in their collection, but I want to know more about the actual collector. Why are we doing this? What is wrong with us potentially? What happened to make us want to collect stuff? I'm really curious about this and I'm hoping that you will also enjoy listening to people talk about their journey into collecting and how they collect now, what they were like as a child. So if you want to support it, pop over to Curating Collectors. We're on all of the social media platforms and give us a follow so you can find out when the first episode has landed. Number 2 on my intentions list is to get back into making things. My creating and making has also been up and down with the moving and the health problems. So I really want to get back into sewing and improving my sewing, getting better at pattern drafting, and also elevating Pretty Nostalgic. I currently sell a range of reproduction doll jewelry and clothes that I make for Blythe dolls, but I'd really like to make better jewelry, make original collections, do collaborations with designers that make doll dresses and that kind of thing. For that to happen, I need to move into plastic injection. I've been doing a lot of research and I think we've found a machine that we're going to try to build. And then, hopefully we'll be able to make plastic. Imagine if we could make it out of recycled plastic. How good would that be? So bringing new designs, bringing more sewing, bringing all kinds of different colors. I'm excited. I've got them all drawn out. Let's see what we can make in the dolly space. One of my biggest dreams is actually to make doll shoes, and I've got a number of prototypes on the go. I would also love to at least have a prototype that I can show people by the end of the year. So let's check in 2027 and see if that happened. Another goal that I have for the year, and something that was really big for me last year, was that I had a very large surgery for endometriosis and adenomyosis. I want to preface this by saying I'm not looking for any unsolicited health advice or ideas for what I can do. I've already got doctors and specialists that I work with. But it was huge and it's really taken a toll on me. Just recovering from this surgery, I would say, took up the first half of last year. And there's still things, there's still problems. Endometriosis is a disease that doesn't have a cure currently. So no matter what I do, it's probably just going to keep growing back. You can take hormone suppressants, which I probably will end up going back on, but they do have terrible side effects. It's not a great prognosis, but until they find out, they don't even know what causes it yet. My goal around my health is really just to make sure that I maintain and keep as many functions as I can. As you get sicker and sicker, and when you build up more and more autoimmune diseases as I've done, you tend to lose functions, and I want to make sure that I'm keeping strong and keeping moving and that I will be able to be independent for as long as possible. I filmed a lot of these clips around Christmas and never got a chance to post them. So I want to share a little bit of my Christmas baking. I know it's too late, but I hope you'll enjoy it.
Once a year, I get my bake on and try to make some gluten-free versions of Finnish baked goods. This one's called Karjalanpiirakka, which translates to Karelian pie. This is my own recipe and it includes water, psyllium husk, almond, buckwheat and gluten-free flour, carob to make it look a little bit darker, salt, olive oil, melted butter, medium grain rice, milk and a little bit more salt for the filling. Once I've mixed all the ingredients, I knead the dough on more flour. I did end up adding probably half a cup more flour. Then I roll it into a log and cut the log into 1-inch pieces. I push those pieces into oval shapes and then work on the filling, which is basically rice pudding using medium grain rice. Using a spoon, I push the filling onto the bases and then crimp around the edges. This is actually my favourite part. Once I worked out that putting butter on the spoon stopped the rice from sticking. Baste them with some melted butter, put them in the oven, put some more melted butter on them, and then they are ready to eat. Usually we eat them with boiled egg that's been mixed with more butter and some salt. My favourite breakfast on Christmas.
Well, this is a video I didn't expect to be filming. We are currently choosing to leave early because of the bushfire threat in our area. We're going to go to Canberra. We've got our most valuable stuff that we can't really replace. Vlog has kind of gone a little bit sideways because this is quite an unexpected turn. So catastrophic fire rating in the area. Might be overreacting. If we're not though, don't really want to have like highways and stuff closed off that we would have used to leave. And we can stay with relatives if we can get to Canberra. So we're going to go to Canberra tonight. Very hot doggies. Oh, we're not going to get there till 11:15.
Damn it.
It's not what we were expecting to be doing today. We did end up going to Canberra. We weren't told that we had to evacuate, but we're new to this area. We've only lived here for 3 weeks. We just weren't sure how serious it was, and I know there's going to be a few clips of me now hanging out with my friends and having a great time, but honestly, we were in shock. A lot of people lost their houses. One guy even lost his life. In our neighbouring towns. So yeah, I find it really hard to talk about because I was one of the lucky ones that didn't lose their property and I was safe. We didn't need to evacuate, but yeah, we were really stressed. We'd just done all we could do, so we thought let's just try to distract ourselves and see some of our friends. But yeah, a lot of people have been affected, and all of the towns around here have been getting together and trying to support those people and volunteering and donating what they can, and it's just really nice to see. I don't want it to look like I just went out and had a great time. It was really stressful and we weren't sure if we were going to come back to a house at all, so keep that in mind when you see the next clips.
this is where I'm going to end the vlog, looking at this amazing croissant with ice cream in it at the Wildflour Cafe. I did go home to a house. Don't be worried about us. If you can, please donate to one of the many charities or the Country Fire Authority, and I'll see you in the next one.